So what we have here is a Triton 2400 watt router. It comes with a variable speed dial, which I like and still tough. It's really well engineered, really perfectly engineered, I would say. Okay, let's talk about the safety first. The router now comes with this plug actually for to be compatible with our electricity here, to be honest, and that's something really a nice thing, and I like about such a thing. Second, it comes, as I said, with the variable speed dial. The switch is actually protected with the cover, so you cannot use it when you are changing the bits here. I will show you later. So it's very nice. So accidentally you will not be able to switch on off the router until you bypass this let's say lock or safety shield here. It's protected actually from here and here together, so the dust doesn't go and hits your eye or something, so it is inside. You can put a section from here, like for the vacuum machine or the dust collection system that you have. Now let's talk about the functionality itself. It comes with a lock, very nice, sleek lock, which I like. The good thing about this router is that you can adjust the height with your hand, with the one dial actually, when you press on this let's say button or lock. So you can lock it on the height that you want, or you can adjust it at the same time. Okay, let's say we have adjusted to a certain level and I want a very little move, so it is very difficult to adjust that from this dial. So you have also micro adjust that you can see, you can adjust, which is this one. You can make it up or down the way that you want, so you can get the perfect height or depth that you want the router to cut. So those two options plus now there is also one lock free. You can free up all the mechanisms by just looking here and just keep pressing inside. It just gets stuck inside. So now it's a free plunging you can use, and you can use for different things actually. So I'm not really sure about what the purposes you can use, but I think maybe for router tables or maybe changing things here and there. Anyhow, that's not really quite something I will use. Mostly I will use these options: locking, micro adjustment. The spring that push the router ups and downs here actually comes. So when you just try to see, it goes up. So if you want to remove the spring, you can open this, losing this small screw that we have here. So you open it and you can remove it for the router table if you want to use for the router table, if you have router tables. More things to know about this router. Well, let's first of all make one small thing here. Now, as you see, like you are now about to lock it to change the bit, for example. Now you want to change the bit. It has a very good mechanism that you will, it's very heavy. Yeah. So it has very good mechanism that it locks the bit or the collet here. So you don't need actually to put some screws and just trying to fix it or press some buttons here and there or locking it by your hand. The other hand, trying to avoid actually getting or getting hassled to remove the collet or to remove the bit here and there. So it's easy and very nice. Moreover, it's actually when it's locked here, it's automatically locking the power switch, so you will not be able to use the router while it is on this level due to safety reasons, first of all. And I like these options because I'm really terrified with my other routers. If you want to see, or you remember the last router, what the Japanese corporations, and I have also Black & Decker. Yeah, they are really hassles. Anyhow, so one more thing about this those options, I would say. with the router things. Okay, I just did one thing. This is the stopper, or this is the limit gauge. You can just limit your depth with your limit gauge here. So it is another option that really nice and interesting. I will come back to it. Before going to that thing, because I'm flipping it here, so you can see this is the auto adjust. I mean the dial, or not dial, what do you call it? The handle to adjust the depth or the height of the. So you can move it, screw it, and just attach it here to this small pin, and just rotate it and start getting it up. You will see. You see this mechanism inside. There is a small lock. It's getting away. When it comes to the safety distance, or the very safe distance, to order to be able to use the router, so you'll be able to use the router normally, and the lock system will be easily opened. You can see now it's not fully. Then just to have more space, so it's opens and closes easily now. That's so far with this mechanism. The last thing I want to show you, actually, this special thing. Sometimes you need to lock the distance or the depth of the cutting to a certain limit, so you don't want to, or like this is like a memory depth gauge, which is here, and this is the dial that locks it directly. So the good thing is, like, it's very fast. You can just okay. For example, this is the depth I want to go with my router, for example. So I don't want to go more than this, but I can go up, but I go down to the maximum to this depth. So what I will do now, I want to look into this depth. I don't want to go further. So there's spring inside that push this rod or this piece of metal to the screws here, which you can actually still adjust the height that you want from here on micro level also, and you lock it from here. So whenever you use the router to a certain level up, so you cut your pieces and you want to go down. So when flattening things, you don't want to go more than that depth. So you want to keep all your pieces on one depth, on one let's say way. So that's part of it. The last thing is about this sled thing. You just lose these two screws. To fix the sled on it, there's 2 holes here. Okay, there's 2 holes. You can just come here, lose these things here and there, so, and just flip it over. One hand, it's not easy. Okay, this is one hand lifting. Okay, I'm just doing my best to do that. So you can see now there is, so this screws, actually you need to lose it up more. Okay, still more. In order to get it to the right. Yeah, so that's, yes. So the other side the same. A little more. Okay, so in order to fix this, you need just to slide it this way or that way, or whatever ways you want, actually, but still you need to keep it on this level here. So I will do this and come back. I can do it with one hand, I don't know. Yes, I can. Showing that how it fits. Wow, that's easy. And the other side the same. That's easy. You can do it with one hand. Yes. So it is a good thing to know. So once you fix these things, you have a slit on your router, and you can use this mechanism to cut around stuff, or you can use this fence, which actually very interesting fence, I would say. you have to loosen up also some of the screws here. Okay. Okay, and you just slide it over here on those groove, if you would say. See, from here and just push it inside. With one hand is really not easy to push these things down. And just look at the way that you want it here and there, and that depends on the depth that you want to cut from. You want to cut from, let's say, from the edge. That's all. Sorry, it's 10 minutes, but it's worth to